Hi there, it's Jennifer Mazzarolo, president of Maverick Consulting Group, and today's Maverick moment for Tuesday, July 26th is on negative feedback. Not many of us like negative feedback, but it happens. And today's Maverick moment is about delivering as well as receiving negative feedback. So if you're on the delivery end, a couple things that you should keep in mind and try to remember. Make sure that you are opening with a positive statement. If you're about to give someone negative feedback, and again, it should always be conducted in private, not in public. So that's the overarching goal. Also, open with a positive. So start off by talking about the meeting or the presentation or the offsite or the project, and give a little bit of positive to start the conversation. The other thing you want to remember is to be specific and timely, especially when you're giving negative feedback. The person is immediately going to internalize the information and start to process it and probably tune out from half the conversation that you're discussing. So you want to make sure that you sort of keep it tight, keep it reined in, get specific, and make sure it's timely. Don't wait for 6 months until you correct someone on some kind of behavior. This is just leadership 101. Also, what's helpful for the person is to give them suggestions for improving the behavior. You also need to be dealing with some EQ, and you need to understand that, again, not everybody likes getting negative feedback. So any suggestions that you have for improvement and also suggestions for training would be helpful. So you start with a positive, you deliver the feedback, and you follow it up in the same meeting with suggestions for improvement and potentially additional training. If you're the person on the receiving end of the feedback, my first word of caution to you is don't get emotional and defensive. I know that's easier to say and harder to do. I've been there myself on the receiving end and on the delivery end. So I do know it's a hard conversation for people to have, and it's a hard conversation for people to take. So, the biggest thing you should be doing is listening. Listen to the feedback. If you're not getting specifics, you have every sort of right to sort of push back a little bit and ask for specifics, ask for examples. These are ways that, you're going to be able to relate to the feedback and see it as constructive if you can frame it in your own mind about that particular meeting or that particular presentation. And you can go back in your head and think about it and say, yeah, you know what, didn't do the greatest job there, and so I understand the feedback. There's got to be a bit of ownership there. And also, make sure that you're seeking guidance and looking for ways to get training, additional ways to get mentoring, coaching. You're looking for ways to improve. And if you inquire as to the training and development, certainly the person delivering the feedback is going to see this as a sign of you taking it to heart, taking ownership, and wanting to do something constructive about it. So that's my tip for today. Hope you have a great week and have an extra great long weekend. Thanks.